My name is Corey McVicar, and I am a professor of piano at the San Francisco Conservatory of Music, and I've been teaching in the collegiate division since 2015. There are so many things that I like about teaching. The greatest thing is that I'm here to help my students grow, but in the process of doing that at the same time, they make me dig deeper. And that with that, it's helping me to continually grow as an artist and musician as well. My goal is that when my students leave SFCM and graduate, that they will be able to open any musical score and feel comfortable and confident grasping all the technical and musical challenges in a very accomplished way, and that they'll have the knowledge to interpret the music in a stylistically correct way, and that they can bring their own artistic integrity and creativity to their performances, and at the same time still be very respectful of the composer's intentions. Basically, I hope to equip my students with all the tools necessary to become creative, musical, independent artists. Welcome, Ge. We have a wonderful opportunity for you to play in the hall today and have your lesson in the hall. And I believe you're going to play Spanish Rhapsody, so a great chance for you to play on this piano and in this room. So I'm going to move back a little bit further so I have some distance, and you can go ahead and play through when you're ready.
Okay.
Thank you, Ge.
Thank you.
So this is a work in progress, and you're doing splendidly with it. Huge piece. How did it feel in here? First time in. Yeah. Well, that's you know that's when you learn where you have been extra careful and absorbed everything there, and it's just a warning. So you go back and you look at that. All good. So background on the piece: Liszt traveled to Spain and Portugal, and then was inspired to write this piece on things that he heard. Right. Based the piece on two themes: La Folia, from the 1500s that Corelli and Vivaldi used, and later Rachmaninoff, and a second theme, the Jota, a northern Spanish dance from northern Spain. So lots of Spanish flavors in this piece that we need to work on together to have them come across a lot better. A lot of what you're doing is too driven, sometimes breathless, and frantic a little bit. So we need to get you calmer, and also discovering sounds of Spain, castanets, tambourines, the feeling of dance, the strumming of guitar could be. And so we'll get to that. Those are the two themes. And so let's go back to the very beginning. I still don't think that you're doing these dry enough. I mean, the first one you did. The second one you kind of connected. Still, I think you have to take Liszt's staccatissimo markings as being something real and something to accentuate. So the feeling of climb we've talked about before, I still don't feel that either with the, and then you have, right, and then even more, and now you really mark that as the peak, right? So I'm not feeling that. And then we have our cascading harp arpeggiated figures, right? Harp-like figures. When the F sharp minor to me is still not, it's not warm in the key of F sharp minor. I'm missing that. Did you try to think about that?
Yeah.
You did. Didn't come across quite as well. The B flat major sparkles, and then the long road to the end of this introduction. And, you know, this introduction is more, this piece was inspired, I think first he wrote a piece called Fantasy that doesn't get played very often. And I think there's a sense of freedom in this introduction that you're not bringing to it. And also in the middle section. There's a sort of sense of freedom in that variation too. So we've got two themes and two sets of variations and an introduction. So let's start again from the beginning. And more on the top A. I want to really hear that. A to A. Good, and feel the accent. Maybe too much, but. And then come right down. And how many beats do you count here?
Count beats.
You should. 1, 2, and then the flourish. 2. Right. The staccatissimo markings and the rests apparent, because we'll keep that through that entire period. So don't suddenly leave the pedal down through that.
Sorry.
You can take a little bit of top, mark it with the A to the B flat in the center of the chord. And if you want, you can add an octave. Liszt liked to do those kinds of things.
Oh.
You can. And I think it's important to really drop down lower. exaggerate that in this improvisatory introduction. And do you take the pedal off on this? Really take it off and detached. We need that clarity in a big hall. If you even leave it down a little bit, it gets mushed. It's not clear. That can still be strong. And then the first note has got a sforzato. Here. And drop. And create that mysterious mood of F sharp minor. And again, I wouldn't come off that too soon. Hold that. It's something about this diminished chord that needs that to be sustained. B sharp. Don't come off that too soon. There's an accent. And then tenuto. Right? So you need to differentiate between the accented markings and the tenuto hold markings. So one is a little sharper, and we need you to arrive at that. Just go from here. Why do you wait so long there? So yada dee bum bum. So yeah, there was a big gap when you played it earlier. So doesn't work so well. I think it leads into the Folia theme. Mm-hmm. So just go from yada da da dee. Needs some energy. This here was a little flat and a little too morbid sounding. I think even within this, the first statement of it needs to have some energy within it as well. Can you try right on that? We're going to make the next statement when the brass come in the right hand. We're going to make that one a little different than the first statement. But this one still needs to have some energy in it, otherwise it becomes stuck.
Okay.
2, 2, 2. Brass in the right hand. Okay, so how to make this different? How will you make this different?
On the left hand?
Yeah. So how? First one, we brought a little bit more energy, still feeling the emphasis of the beat too, almost like a saraband. So here, I think that you can express on the leading, the eighth notes that lead to a long note. So here. You can use it as an expressive element. Okay. You can sort of linger on those a little bit to change the second statement of the Folia theme. Can you try that second statement? No, that's don't accent it, but still just express. Now it's concluding there. It's concluding, right?
Okay.
That the right takes over. Now it's playful. And now it's expressive. Now it's playful. Right? So I want you to play off that a little bit more too.
Okay.
Right from. I think the dotted notes, the 16ths, tighter, will get that playful quality. Right, and then and more sustained. That's it.
Okay.
Right. Right. It's only we're still in a piano dynamic, and now it's the poco crescendo. Only a little crescendo is just beginning. And here, Ge, you can start to add a bit more pedal. Because we're coming into this espressivo section. So you really need to start that more sustained quality there. But before that, keep it light and dry. Right?
Okay.
One more time from there. No, I think you'll add pedal here. Here. On the short, you're going to add, right. So, no, pedal, 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 pedal. You're pedaling the short notes because it's becoming more sustained. So you want the sound to become a little bit more connected and linger longer. And more expressive here. Great. You forget you have a left hand here. You forget you have that counter melody. I'm missing that right on this. Now the most. Don't rush here. And now it concludes. Don't rush. And then, so you can conclude here. Now pick up here, because he writes a little more animated there. So this section, when you played before, was quite hurried into the poco animato. It needs to broaden. And this was way too fast too. Right? So it's much more beautiful when it's expansive and broader, right? Go from here. More on the tops. We're back to short ones again. Keep it short on those staccatissimo's. Are you not using any pedal? I'm doing a little dab, just like if it's 8 degrees of pedal, probably 2. I'm just down on 2, not even half, not 4. And voice better the top. It's too heavy. We're going to have plenty of sound coming up in a moment, so save it. Don't give it away too soon. I need to hear the top notes though, and the accent. Accent. These are short. Follow the staccatissimo markings. It's short. Using too much pedal. You're going too far down. It's barely 1 or 2. But the right hand has to play the accents. If you do, that makes that notes resound longer. So go from. Don't rush. Keep steady. Keep steady.
Sorry.
No, it sounds too rushed. Keep just steady. Still don't hear the accents here. Yeah, I missed that. I think here you use too much pedal too. You're just on the surface and keep fluttering.
Yeah.
All right, right on this. Still too much? Yeah. Much cleaner. But you can do more shape with your arm weight and hand and fingers here. It's not the pedal that does that, it's you. So yeah, you have to work harder to make more shapes here.
Okay.
Right on this. what are you doing? Do you take the pedal off at any point? It still sounds there's too much pedal over these parts. And if you notice, he only writes this much.
Oh.
And no pedal here. Right, and I think I'd probably follow that in some of the other bars too. It's too muddy. Take it off. Don't rush. That was rushing. Too much pedal. Again, we've got all these rests here and you're leaving your foot down. We need that space. That's what I heard that was great.
Yeah.
And we need more of that up here too. It's all too thick. Okay, so keep going from here. Again, all that pedal. I don't think I'm hardly using it. And then I might put it down here. And then you've got to be able to hear through all of that for clarity. There's too much thickness there. Right on this. What about using none here? That means you have to work better at you. They're half staccatos, but they're close to the keys. But stay close. And follow the ascending lines. Top note in the right hand. Yes. That wasn't clear. That wasn't clear. Now you can add a bit more. Too much. Too much. Did you hear how it just became suddenly muddy? So I think that you have to work here to find a balance to get, from the cleaner sounds in the lower part, and then as it gets higher and you want more sustained sound, to add a bit more, but not too much.
Okay.
All right, so that needs to happen next. Let's move on to here. Okay, what do you want me to hear here? Yeah, but should they be the same? Should they sound the same or should they sound different?
Different.
Okay, do you feel like you do that, successfully do that? I think this, yes. And then these are sort of expressive sighs. And then you need the clarity of the left hand here. So put those together. Oh, and I think you're catching something there. Pedal goes down after you play the note. You're catching something. Yeah. Great. Now, so that was well balanced, and I was hearing the three voices, but everything sounded the same. There was no shape with the main theme. Starts again. And now a bit of now the most. And now go. Right?
Yeah.
Can you do that? Really start less here. That. It's actually that, right? You try it. Yeah. about these, relax your fingers a little bit more and your arms a little bit more. The sound is not rounded, it's a little tense. Yeah, and expressive here. With the right notes. Left hand. Right, and then space. Space. And then, yeah, I think, again, voicing, you're giving me equal balance of every note of the octave, but we want more top. Right, and right. Right, and relax here. Relax. This is one of the sort of Spanish sort of elements that I want you to be tighter with the rhythm. So yeah. Yeah, but feel low, high, low, high, low, high, low. I didn't hear this shape. And there's an accent.
Oh.
Good. And your thumb should relax here. Do you pinch the chord to relax your fingers? Yes. And it's a G sharp.
Sorry.
Here too. Yeah, sort of snap your fingers as you strike. Good. And here, relax your thumb in your left. Better. And your right hand thumb. This way, forward. And short. Then good. Good. Color change. Okay, and on this Spanish jota, he writes non-legato. And then you have, and then. Right, so that's some of the Spanish sort of charm that I was missing, because it sounded. Right, so it had no space. You try. Shape. And then ya ta 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 ta. So you have ya ta 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 ta, then ya ta 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 ta. And a little diminuendo. Diminuendo. Uh-huh.
Oh.
Now one 4-bar. More castanets, wooden clappers, percussion instrument. Yeah. So we need to hear that.
Oh.
Yeah. Still shape it. It goes higher. Yes. Very good. Lighter. No, it's lower. Higher, down, lower. And then space. Oh. Ya ta 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 dee ta 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 ta. Color change, closer to the keys. And less. Still shape it. You don't go up. You don't go to the high point. Two notes lower. Now more. It's more shiny. Less. And less. And bring some interest to the repetition of the left hand. Good. And then more shiny. Sparkle. Top notes. Tops of thirds. Yes. Go on. And I think this is 4 bars, not 2 groups of 2 bars. Don't rush. Con grazia means what?
Arigato.
With grace.
Yeah.
Close. With grace. and can you voice the tops? Good. Good. And I'm going to complain about pedaling again. Off, off, and then off, which means that you have to play these close to the keys. Go on. Off. Good. Very good. Don't rush. And more humor here. Yes. How about keep the humor going? It's and sparkle here. And stop. Go to the middle of that. Good. And then interrupt. Good. Left hand's too big there. At the animando, right hand should be more. Less when it's lower. To answer. Keep playing off highs and lows here. More. More. Now less. Shh. less left hand. Too heavy the left hand. I would pull my fingers together to relax them. I think some of the time your fingers are too tense, so that's getting a sound that isn't ideal. And I think we have to pull them together as you strike to get a more roundedness. And lighter, stay closer to the key, because we don't. That's just there and it's prominent. We're going to hear that. It's in this register of the piano. So.
Oh, sorry.
And I think louder, softer, or softer, louder, or one of the two, but maybe softer, louder, yeah, I think it's softer, louder. Shh, this is pianissimo. Do you put your soft pedal down?
No.
Well, you could. And then good. All right, and then it goes on. I want to move on a little bit because we have just about 5 minutes left.
Okay.
So let's move to the improvisatory sort of section here, and it's sort of a dialogue going on. Can you play that again? Okay, it's it doesn't sound spoken to me, this is different. Still going. Can you play with this a little bit more? Don't feel like don't feel the bar lines so much. And it's a bit heavy. It's up-a-dee, less and more. Take time. Less. Not too loud. That's too much. These 2 pages are all. We need a moment of reprieve in this piece, and these 2 pages sort of give us that. I don't think I would go overboard with anything too much in these 2 pages. Okay. Keep it more dolce grazioso, he writes, espressivo, and piano. There's nothing forte. We have a little more reinforced, but nothing more, and lots of dying away. So from here. And now a strumming of the guitar. Brum, brum. Top notes without being, it's still grazioso, but let's hear better balance. Still expressive. No rush to this. No hurry. Enjoy this moment. Because in a little while you're going to go crazy, right? With lots of notes. So take this moment to just enjoy. on your lower notes. Voice to the top. Color change. Great. Don't rush. That's too much. Die away. Now just the top note of the left. It's not singing enough. Again. And also I want your ears to really pay attention to measures where you'll do something like this. Do you hear that sound?
Yeah.
I want your ears to not like that sound so much, that accumulation of pedal. See, you can connect with your fingers. There's too much. You rely too much on the pedal to do that, and it's spoiling your good, the way it could sound much better. Back to here. Pedal, pedal. Don't rush. No, longer. And there's a writ there, so you can go for as long as you want. So just a few points quickly in the, that I'm going to make for the rest of the piece. We reached now at the E flat major section. So this has to sound different than the D major, right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't do this one non-legato. He marked non-legato on the first one. This one I do legato. Right? Still bring that that kind of humor a little bit, lightheartedness to the music. And then the section here where we're playing on this variation on the same thing. You need to focus on the A's, and particularly when he starts to do lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, right? So I want to feel the different registers, and more playfulness even in this. Or if you want a more menacing sound, go for that. And maybe you do. Maybe you want to play that a little deeper. The section that follows, one idea, then something completely different. So treat them as two ideas. So then brilliant clarity, and then back to. Don't join them together.
Okay.
That. Can you play me that quickly? Just now relax your fingers. Again, snap your fingers together. They're 2/10, and you're 2/10. Yeah, and better ballads, more right hand. And then, do we want all that pedal? Again, there's too thick. It's too thick. Yes, now I hear it clearly. Now I heard the A. No, you didn't do it that time. You didn't do the clarity of the A. Yes. Yes. Too much pedal on the last grouping. Everything else was great. Great. Right. So lots to work on with the pedaling in all of this.
these very well articulated bitey sound, like fireworks. And then this, always the theme at the top, bring it out. And then let's do yum pa boom, yum pa boom, and then yum. Then different character here. And then the next part, you don't bring out the top part here. I don't hear that note really at all, but I'd love to hear that little sort of counter melody going on there. Great, everything is going wonderfully. I think this is such an enormous piece. You've come a long way with it, and we're still climbing the ladder, and you're growing beautifully. And thank you so much for coming and playing today.
Yay, thank you.
Thank you.